and today I'm going to be doing Cashflow Quadrant for Robert Kiyosaki. Snake phobia. When I was in high school, I had a friend with a snake phobia. During a class on how to survive in the wild after being shot down, my teacher brought out a harmless garden snake to show us how to eat it. My friend, a grown man, jumped up, screamed, and ran out of the room. He couldn't control himself. Not only was his phobia of snakes strong, but the idea of eating a snake was just too much for his emotions to hear. Money phobia. When it comes to risking money, I've seen people do the same thing. Instead of finding out about the investment, they also jump up, scream, and run out of the room. Money manages to provoke many deep emotional phobias. I have them. You have them. We all have them. Why? Because, like it or not, money is an emotional subject. And because it is an emotional subject, most people cannot think logically about money. If you don't think money is emotional, just watch the stock market. In most markets, there's no logic, only the emotions of greed and fear. Watch a person climb into a new car and smell the leather interior. All the salesperson has to do is whisper these magic words in their ear. Low down payment, easy monthly payments, and all logic goes out the window. Emotional thoughts sound logical. Emotional thoughts sound logical. The problem with core emotional thoughts is that they sound logical. When someone in the E quadrant becomes fearful, their logical thought is, play it safe, don't take risks. To someone in the I quadrant, however, that is not logical at all. For people in the S quadrant, when the issue of trusting others to do a good job comes up, their logical thought may go like this: I'll just do it myself. That is why so many S-type businesses are often family businesses. There's a greater sense of trust. For them, blood is definitely thicker than water. Different quadrants, different logic, different thoughts, different actions, different halves, same emotions. What determines what we do is how we individually respond to emotions. I don't feel like it. One way to know if you're thinking emotionally instead of rationally is when you use the word feel in conversation. For example, many people who are run by their emotions say things like, I don't feel like exercising today. Logically, they know they should exercise. Many people who struggle financially are not able to control how they feel, or they let their feelings dictate their thoughts. I hear them say, I don't feel like learning about investing. It's too much trouble. Investing doesn't feel right for me. I don't feel like telling my friends about my business. I hate the feeling of being rejected. Parent or child. Those are the thoughts thoughts generated from emotions, not logic. In pop psychology, it's the battle between the parent and the child. The parent usually speaks in shoulds. The parent says something like, you should be doing your homework. The child speaks about feeling and responds to the parent by saying, but I don't feel like it. Financially, the parent in you would say silently, you should save more money. But the child in you would reply, but I really feel like taking a vacation. I'll just put the vacation on my credit card. When are you an adult? When going from the left side to the right side, we need to be adults. We all need to grow up financially. Instead of being a parent or a child, we need to look at money, work, and investing as adults. And what being an adult means is knowing what you have to do and doing it, even though you may not feel like doing it. Conversations within you. For people contemplating crossing from one quadrant to another, an important part of the process is to be aware and vigilant of your internal dialogue. Always remember that what sounds logical in one quadrant does not necessarily make sense in another. Going from financial security to financial freedom is primarily a process of changing your thinking. It's a process of doing your best to know which thoughts are emotion-based and which are logic-based. If you can keep your emotions in check and go for what you know to be logical, you can have a good chance of making the journey. Ignore outside influences. The most important conversation is the one you are having within yourself. When Kim and I were temporarily homeless and financially unstable, our emotions were out of control. Many times, what sounded logical was pure emotions talking. Our emotions were saying that the same things our friends were saying. Play it safe, get a secure job, and enjoy life. But logically, we both agreed that freedom made more sense to us than security. In going for financial freedom, we knew we could find a sense of security that a job could never give us. The only thing standing in our way were our emotionally driven thoughts. They sounded logical, but in the long term made no sense. The good news is that once we made it across to the other side of the Cashflow Quadrant, the old thoughts stopped screaming and the new thoughts became our reality. Today, I understand the emotions when a person says, I can't take risks, I have a family to think about, I must have a secure job, or it takes money to make money, that's why I can't invest, or I'll do it on my own. I feel their thoughts, for I have had those thoughts myself. But looking across the Cashflow Quadrant, having achieved financial freedom in the BNI quadrants, I can truly say that having financial freedom is a much more peaceful and secure way of thinking. Okay, I hope you liked that. If you did, please like and subscribe. Bye!